I have my final exam in maths in exactly 5 days and I haven't studied one bit. Now you might be thinking that I'm cooked for this exam, that I'm fried, but I beg to differ, especially because I have my special way of studying for exams. And that's exactly what we're going to talk about in this video. If you really want to understand how to crack the system and how to study smarter and not harder, I would definitely advise you to stay till the end and really understand everything that I am talking about, and it will help you immensely. So the first thing you want to do is actually, this is the step 0, the step before the step 1. You want to listen as hard as possible to the teacher. And if your teacher is bad at explaining, I would highly advise you to really understand the topics as soon as possible, because if you understand them beforehand, you can just study way easier afterwards. So that's the step 0 you have to do. Listen to the teacher, listen to what he's saying, take notes, ask him if you don't understand, and if he's just bad at teaching, go home. You have plenty of things online that you can just look up and study for. Now the next thing that comes to mind when studying on a short notice is write down the things you need to study for. Make a to-do list. Just take a sheet of paper. Optimally, you just take a big sheet of paper and just write down your different aspects you have to study for and sort them in priority. In 90% of the cases, you can't study everything. You just want to get as much information into you as possible. The thing about studying is you kind of need a reward at the end of your studying. You need to know that you did something. If you don't reward yourself for studying, you will be frying your brain out after like 2 days of studying. After you finish studying for one aspect, you cross it with a single line, perfectly cutting the task in half. Regarding the things you need to study, I would say it's better for you to grasp the topic and do it practically on tasks than to just understand them theoretically. Because if you just understand the topic and say, yes, right, I can understand that, your mind will be forgetting it in the next 25 seconds. So you need to really embrace the knowledge into practical sense. Basically how you do that, you just need some tasks, take out your book, or you can look online for tasks and you do as many of them as possible in a kind of pressured timing, because you won't be having the time of your life to write them in your exam, right? Now the thing about studying is your mind won't be understanding everything in a blink of a second, you know? But what you want to concentrate on is getting as much knowledge as possible into your lasting mind. And how to do that, you are basically dividing your time into fractions. 45 minutes of learning intensely with like jazz music or something, and then you take 15 minutes off, do something else, play a game, go for a little walk, to really get your mind out of the situation and into another environment so you can forget the things you really didn't learn. Okay, it might sound a little bit complicated now, but this is the best way to really study. You want to forget the things you didn't really learn, and you want to keep the things you learned good enough. Because after the 15-minute pause, you will come back to your desk, do another task, and remember, right, this and this I can do, but this I need to study for. And this process you repeat basically as long as you need to. You will surely find yourself understanding everything on your to-do list. And that's what we're aiming for. You will be acing your tests. I'm being honest with you. If you understand the subheadings, the topics and the main topics, nothing can stop you. Every last aspect that comes to your mind, you will be able to conquer. And that's your way of studying. Now the last aspect I would really encourage you to understand is that it's not just about the process of studying. It's about the environment and the mindset as well. I have my room with my gaming PC sitting there, and if I study on that table, you will find me watching YouTube or playing a game or something, even though I should be studying. Your distractions kind of tempt you to do something else, and that's what you want to eliminate as good as possible. Now, some of you guys may be struggling with room at your own house. I would advise you to go to the library and study there. There's no distraction for you to really indulge in and stop you from studying efficiently. And the last thing, and it's literally the most important thing when it comes to studying, the mindset. The mindset you have while studying and while entering the exam is 90% of what your outcome will be. If you study with the mindset, I'm bad, I won't be studying good, I'm easily distracted, I'm bad at school, I'm bad in math, you are just manifesting these things for you. And that's something that's going to stop you from achieving good grades. You want yourself to be at the prime of your ability. And that's not when you're totally stressed. It's when you're relaxed, when you're calm, and when your goal is in sight. Now coming to the end of this video, I hope you enjoyed. This video won't be really high effort because as you can see, I have to focus on studying. But if you did enjoy, I would really like it if you subscribed and follow along for the continuation of my journey regarding YouTube. Except for that, thank you for listening and I'll see you guys on the next one.